Y'all, it has finally gotten cold in my neck of the woods, and I wanted something hearty and filling and warming. So I thought of beef stew. I don't make a whole lot of beef stew, but I'm going to try and make some tonight. I'm going to show you how I do it. In my skillet, you can't see it good, but let's see if I can tilt the camera down enough. I'm cooking my beef in the skillet here. There's some beef stew meat, and I have dredged it in flour, and I'm just browning it is all I'm doing. I'm not actually cooking it through. I just want it to brown and kind of get a good color before I put it into my slow cooker, because I'm going to cook this in the slow cooker. I put that flour on there to help thicken the soup too. So while that's cooking, I'm going to start putting some stuff into my crock pot. So into the crock pot, I am using these little yellow potatoes, and I cut them in half. I didn't want them to be too big, so I'm going to put all of my potatoes in. And I also have one onion, just roughly chopped. Put that in. I have carrots. I'm just using baby carrots. I'm going to put, there was a little left in this one bag, and maybe a half, really about a half of the bag is all I'm going to put in there. If you wanted to use, if you wanted to peel and chunk up some carrots, you could do that. Just kind of peel them and cut them into chunks. Maybe 3 carrots would be plenty. You can also use celery, but I don't have any celery, so I'm not using it today. So, liquid, I've got beef broth. This is a 32-ounce container. I'm going to put all this broth into my soup. This is going to cook for 6 to 8 hours, so it's nighttime. I won't have this till tomorrow, but it's going to be at a cool day tomorrow, so it'll be nice to have something really warm and filling. I also have 2 cups of water. I'm going to go ahead and add that. Later on, I'll add some cornstarch and water if it's not thickened up enough. This flour on the meat will help it thicken, so I may not need that cornstarch. I'll have to just check it later on. This is dried parsley. I'm putting in a teaspoon of dried parsley. I have rosemary. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of rosemary. Oh, it's not even opened yet. You could use Italian seasonings if you didn't have these individual seasonings. I love the smell of rosemary. It smells good. So a teaspoon of rosemary. And then pepper. About a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of pepper, however much you feel like. And a little salt. About a half a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to stir this right here and get my crock pot going. I'm going to turn it up on high for a little while, and then I'll check it and see how it's looking, but I'm going to cook it for quite a while, so I'll probably leave it on high for a couple of hours, and then I'll turn it down on low and let it finish out. And I will just check the potatoes to see that they're tender, and check the meat to see that it's tender. And once the meat's tender, then I know it is ready. That's the real tell for me. So now I'm going to add my beef. It's browned. It's not cooked all the way through, and it's not all browned, but it will cook in the slow cooker. So I'm going to add it. And then tomorrow I'll probably make some cornbread, or maybe we'll have a peanut butter sandwich, or maybe we'll just have soup. I don't know. We'll see tomorrow. But that's all there is to making this beef stew. I'm going to put the lid on here, and we'll let this cook for a while, and I'll show it to you a little bit later, and we'll see how it goes. Have a good evening. This is my beef stew. potatoes, carrots, beef, onions, and a couple of spices, some rosemary, and it's done. It's cooked for about 8 hours in the slow cooker, and it's ready to serve. I'm making cornbread to go with it, and it's a really cold day in my neck of the neighborhood. We're going to have a nice, warm, hearty soup for dinner. Yum.